Going on? How you guys all doing today? Gonna be focusing on this character sheet here for Cole, pretty much for the entirety of the stream, I would say. I do want to get this finished today, that's the goal, so hoping I can do that. Going on, everyone? Going on Lasher Gaming, Rendover J Pendragon, Banjo Kazoo. Going on, everyone? I'm doing pretty good myself. Just chilling. I do want to make sure this dude's eyes look right. That's one thing I'd really like not to mess up. So, and a bunch of people in here already. What are all you guys doing today? How are you guys' days going? I would say it's closer to a katana, but it's technically not either. Can't really explain too much about that, but one of the things I see a lot in the comments is that his sheath is upside down, the saya. That is on purpose. So that's something that I'm constantly seeing. That's not right. Moderately better. Nice, got a new mic. Awesome. Oh, that was you complaining? Nice. That's fine. It's on purpose. It's upside down on purpose. There's gonna be a reason for that at some point. Explained. I just didn't really want to say that in the comments. Steward's chilling. Steward's doing pretty good. Also pretty sure that's it for this sketch. Sonic 2. I just went through and watched all the Sonic movies, funnily enough, over like the past I think like few days. And I was surprised. I like remember I saw the first one in theaters when it first came out, and I didn't remember it being like any good. And I was surprised. It was actually fun. Like, I enjoyed it. The Sonic movie. I still gotta watch. I forgot I haven't watched the third one yet. I'll have to watch the third one. Stewart, he's the main character of the Seventh Sea for sure. He's like by far the main character, like more important than anyone else. I don't know where to put my drawing glove either. I have it like a glove for drawing on the drawing tablet. Help my hand slide across, but I don't know where I put it. My favorite movie. Um, I actually don't know. I really, when I was younger, it was Pacific Rim. If you guys have ever seen that, I don't know how popular that movie ended up getting, but that was always one of my favorites. And then all the Godzilla movies, 100%. It was one of like the huge inspirations for a lot of the stuff that I have come up with for this is actually from Godzilla movies. A little inspired by One Piece for sure. That's definitely one of the like I guess first inspirations that I had. One Piece was like the first anime that I really, really got into. No, Godzilla is not gonna be. There's gonna be some cool stuff though. It's very Godzilla inspired. Too bad they put him in Fortnite. I remember growing up, I always thought Godzilla was just like the coolest thing in the world. And now he's a Fortnite character. That's like everything though. I think that looks okay. I just want to make sure that the just like for all the other character sheets that this is like as perfect as I can get it when it comes to uh just the uh, quality of how it was drawn. You're in Alabasta in One Piece? Nice. That's where I was in Alabasta for a while. I was stuck on that arc for a while. I don't even think it was because of the actual arc. I think I just took a long time to finish that. And then I think I was stuck on Alabasta for like a good few months. And I just speed ran the rest of One Piece. I watched that show so fast. But it took me so long to get through like the first 100 episodes. That's the thing with One Piece. I say to everyone, I'm not a huge fan of early One Piece, and I don't think there's anything that'll ever make me change my mind on that. I don't think it was really that interesting. I think like the first 100 episodes of One Piece are just with really good moments in there. I guarantee you, at some point in time, every character that you can think of will have been in Fortnite at some point. Like, don't get me wrong, the 7C characters, no matter how popular this shit ever gets, will never be in Fortnite, but just about everything else, they have the opportunity. They'll put it in Fortnite. I think people like that now. I think people want their stuff in Fortnite. It's because it's free attention, realistically. But it's also bad attention sometimes. No, Zim's never getting in Fortnite. That ain't happening. I wouldn't allow it, ever. Yeah, I really used to enjoy that game a lot too, but I just I think after I would say around like chapter probably towards the end of chapter 2, like obviously people started like the beginning of like the disliking of Fortnite towards the end of the first chapter, but I think at the end of chapter 2 is when things really started to go like downhill for the future of the game. And I pretty much haven't really touched it since. I played a little bit when Lego Fortnite was a thing because I was a big Minecraft nerd, but that is like pretty much it. Just sad because I number one spent so much money on the game, and more importantly, I just loved the game when I was younger. I was just sad. When it comes to OST, that's gonna be like something I'm doing way later down the line, but that is something for me has to be perfect. Like the tracks in this first episode have to be perfect. So I'm gonna make sure however that's gotta happen, it'll happen. The tracks in this first episode are gonna be good. Alright, what is going on? Someone typing some weird ass shit in the chat. I'm not adding any of that. Sound design is pretty much just as important for me. I'm not really, I have like no knowledge or skills when it comes to sound design myself, so I'm going to need a lot of help with that, but that's also something that's really just generally important to me, and I want to be as good as possible. What is with Fortnite in this chat now? I shouldn't have brought up Fortnite. That's terrible. I remember having debates with my friends about whether or not Fortnite got bad, like 4 years ago too. Now it's even further bad or even worse. That's the funny thing is people were saying it was bad like 4 years ago when the game was actually pretty fun, and then now it's like 10 times worse. I'm gonna go try to find that drawing glove. My hand keeps getting stuck to the tablet. I'll be right back. Alright, we got it. Oh, my hand shouldn't get stuck to the drawing tablet every. It's so difficult to draw without a glove. I don't get how people do that on a tablet. I had to find it. I didn't know where it was. Dude, I remember getting like excited for Fortnite live events. I remember that. That was fun. I'd be like hyped up waiting next to my Xbox, just like just in anticipation for the Fortnite live events. That was just awesome. That was like prime video games. Yeah, I don't really get what the there's like weird graphics now too. It's like they've just slowly shifted from being cartoon, which is what, that was the original style of the game, to something just odd. Like an art style that's completely inconsistent. It just changes depending on where you are in the map. Then again, it's been like over a year since I've played, so that might have changed by now, but the only thing I know about current Fortnite is that Godzilla's in it. That almost got me to play it, almost got me to re-download, and then I was like, yeah, it's probably terrible anyway. They probably ruined Godzilla. I've seen the videos of him walking around. He looks goofy in Fortnite. Worst part of character creation is trying to get them to look consistent. Absolutely. Very difficult to make them look like they're the same exact person and all the details are pretty much the exact same when you have them at, different angles. They added Hatsune Miku to Fortnite. Why? Like, what is why? Yeah, I'm still getting through the auditions right now. Something that I've said time and time again too. What you guys send in are not auditions; those are demo reels, and then I will set up the audition if I have a role I think your voice will be able to work for. But I am setting up a bunch of auditions. I have a bunch to do now. It'd be awesome. Yeah, I saw that. There's something where you can like put shoes on like anything now, right? In Fortnite, you can put like just any shoes on anything. Is that like a specific game mode or something? Shoes. Fortnite with shoes. Nike shoes. So is it just like I'm guess okay, so it's probably just like a cosmetic then, like everything else. Is it okay, so it's literally just a back bling but shoes. That's hilarious. They added shoes as an item you can buy in the that's funny. Shoes. Literally just shoes. Nothing there's nothing special about them. Like all they do is they don't do anything in any of the other game modes. I know some of the cool stuff back when I was checking out the Legos thing when that first came out was that like you could use the different items across different game modes and that at least made some of the stupid stuff cool. I'm just curious about what's going on with Fortnite, not even gonna lie. Just wondering what the cuz I haven't played it in so long. Favorite season was actually also season 8 of chapter 1. It's funny because everyone else hated that season except for me. I was like the only person in my friend group who ever liked that season. No one wanted to play while that season was up. That was always my favorite. The pirate ships and the stuff. You know what's funny? Is I was thinking of 7C stuff all the way back when I was on that pirate ship in Fortnite, man, when that first came out. That's crazy to think about. That it was like that was like some of the earliest stages of some of these ideas. It's just wild to think about because that's got to have been a long time ago. Shrek is the probably peak cartoon, I would say, just in general. It's just peak, better than like every other cartoon. Always my favorite growing up. Wait, Disney owns Fortnite? 10% of Fortnite? I had no idea that was a thing. I want to look into that. I have seen the redesign of Shrek. It's pretty odd looking. I don't think it's as bad as everyone's saying. It's really just a few features messed up, and then their whole general animation style is just odd looking. I don't think it's that bad. I think people are overreacting a little bit. It's his eyes and his nose that really look screwed up, and then his ears look a little odd too. I mean, Shrek's gotten older too, no, right? Like I thought they were gonna lean in a little bit to the age thing, make Shrek actually look a little older. I think that's what they were trying to do with Donkey. I think that's why he's got some weird ass hair going on in that little clip that they showed. But Greg kind of just looks the same, but worse, slightly worse. So I'm hoping they actually try to give him a little bit of like age, because it looks like there's a solid bit of time that's passed in the Shrek verse in that time. No, I want to keep sound design somewhat realistic. It really depends on what what the things are. So if it's stuff that's like, more of a supernatural element that doesn't actually happen in real life, something like a sword on fire or something, just something like different that's more of like that uh where you're leaning into like the mystical nature of the world. That stuff could be like more abstract sound design. But when it comes to like the basic movements and stuff, I want it all to sound like really realistic. Because sound is one of the few things that can really like immerse you into whatever you're watching without you even realizing it. Yeah, I try to do backups of everything very often. I've lost so much work since I started animating though. Luckily, Clip Studio Paint is pretty good about saving work if something gets like messed up or corrupted or whatnot. But I used to use Adobe Animate, and I've lost so much animation on that program. Corruption. It's very sad. I think that looks fine. There we go. Put the front angle line art on at least. And this is the other main one I want to do for the head, and then I'll do a 45-degree angle as well. What is going on here? What did I do this for? Messed up. I'm gonna have to fix some of. Well, I mean, I don't know about a shout out, because a shout out sounds like go check out these people's channels, but there'll be credits like any other project. Everyone, voice actors, every person who works on it will be credited. Never heard of that ibis. I just use Google Docs to write, which is not ideal. I had to do some weird stuff with the formatting to get it to look right, but and if you print it out on a different size piece of paper, it doesn't print correctly. I'm gonna have to go through and fix that before I. Actually, not really before anything, but at some point in general, I'll just have to go back and fix that. I have to figure out what most people use for writing as a software. Yeah, I heard about that. Mappa's doing like an anime that's pretty much their life story. Hate people who hate working on animation but are forced to. For the longest time, I used Adobe Animate, and then I switched to Clip Studio Paint EX. It was a one-time purchase, and it was very, very good decision. Much happier using this than I ever was with Adobe Animate. That was bad, and I genuinely couldn't do the compositing that I do with that program. Something about that doesn't look right to me. Looks moderately better. I just gotta fix up the hair that's there a little bit. I don't really know what I was doing there. I made this one a while back, this sketch, so I don't know what I was trying to do with the hair in this section. What the right here. No, I've looked into Blender's 2D animation. It's just not what I have a very specific vision for this project, and there's a million ways to do it easier. There's always ways to do things easier, but I'm trying to create what I've envisioned. So this is the way to do that. See a lot in the YouTube comments as well. Why don't you just try to make a comic book instead? And it's like, number one, I actually did that. I did make a comic book. There's two 7C comic books that never got published and never will. But the reason that they didn't get published was because the story wasn't meant to be a comic book. It was meant to be a series. And it works better as a series, and it will work much better as a series. 3D design is very difficult for me too. I'm not very good at it. Go for it anyway. See if I can fix it while I'm just doing the line art for this. I use Clip Studio Paint EX. That's the software. That's what it's called. The Clip Studio Paint EX version. Yeah, there's just certain things like I said, I tried making it into a comic book and it didn't feel right. Number one, that was back when my storytelling skills were definitely not anywhere near as good as they are now. Also, my art skills were pretty bad. So I think that also contributed to why it looked so, or why I wasn't happy with it. But I also just don't think it's meant to be a comic book. could work. Cole is pretty tall. I actually don't have exact heights for him yet. Technically I do. I just have to do a little math. But yeah, definitely have to figure that out. Exact heights. Oh, 100%. There's nothing you can there's no way to make your art perfect. You'll always, especially you as the artist, are always going to find stuff that you dislike, and it's just real. It's more about finding that point where you're like happy with it and you're okay with moving on. For me, it's not just about what I'm happy with, it's also about making sure I'm being very smart about how much time I'm spending on each drawing. I'm trying to create a series relatively like most of the work I'll be doing. And so I need to make sure that, if I can save a little time by making things look slightly worse and it'll save me hours and hours of time, it's like, well, that might be the right decision. A per case basis, but there's definitely times when saving time is more important. Character sheets are kind of not the case, like the opposite. These I want to try to make as refined as I can. That's awesome. You're making a web comic. That's great to hear. Yeah, I mean, depending on what kind of engineering you're doing, I mean, it is kind of art. Art is kind of just a very like open-ended term as well. Pretty much anything that that takes like skill and craftsmanship would could be considered art. I don't think I must have missed that fan art. I didn't even see the one of Romanus. I thought I looked at all of them. I'll have to go back and look. That's still like the coolest shit in the world to me. Seeing people make fan art. Love that I got a main character, one of the main characters in this first episode, and the rest of the season is gonna be gonna have a mustache. I love that. Aerospace and art, aerospace and aeronautical engineering sounds awesome, man. That just sounds awesome. Especially to and be like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I'm in aerospace and aeronautical engineering. That just sounds cool. It also would be a cool career to go into. I originally wanted to, when I was much younger, go into either engineering or architecture. Still think architecture is awesome, but I kind of get to design my own architecture. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it's never gonna get built, but I can pretty much design whatever I want to be in this show, and that's pretty cool to me that I get to like still do that in a sense. And looks off with the geometry on his mustache. Apes are look too much like his mouth extended outwards, and it still does. I think that looks like a mustache. Modern arts. Yeah, modern art is at least like the typical stuff is kind of odd, where it's like just a bunch of random lines, and then they go, "Oh, it's art because I had intention in it." Like, no, it's a bunch of lines. Yeah, no, the mustache doesn't connect with the beard. I when it comes to 2D designs, uh, there was something like I've tried doing that, and it just looks weirder. Like for some, like you would imagine that it would make it look better, but it just makes it look more weird. I was running into the same issue trying to figure out what I was gonna do with the beard and the hairline here, because this is more of like when this gets colored in, this will be like a lighter shade of like what is it? Layer is this on? This will be like a lighter shade of like more gray, and this will be like your actual pitch black. And so making this right here, this section between where these points all line up, making that look good was something that I was struggling on. And although it doesn't like when you look really closely at it, it seems like it looks a little odd. It was the best way to go for this character. And there's just things like that you're gonna run into all the time with 2D animation. I got a for the longest time I was using like a shortcut remote to do instead of my keyboard for all my shortcuts for animation because I use a lot of shortcuts all the time. And the dial was very, very bad for zooming in and out, and the buttons were a little too sensitive. It was just giving me a lot of trouble, and so I ended up getting an Elgato Stream Deck, and it's taken a little bit of getting used to, and I still have to adjust the layout constantly to see what I like better. But this is awesome. Like this thing has been one of the biggest improvements and biggest time savers as well. I haven't used it once for streaming. I just like it as a shortcut remote. That's literally like the perfect purpose that it serves. I think they probably would have gotten better sales on this device if they wouldn't have tied it so closely, the marketing, with streaming. I think people think if they buy it that it's like, oh, I did that on the wrong layer. that it's like a streaming only thing. There we go. I'm gonna lock that layer. Yeah, I am using Clip Studio. There's going to be like 3 prominent characters throughout this first season. 3 characters that going to be like mostly focused on. Other than that, I don't think I can really say too much. 3 main ones are Percy, Cole, Zim. Hold on. I think that does that look fine with the beard? I think it does. Just didn't want it to look too curved. But I think it looks fine. The main characters are Percy or Zim, Cole, and Percy. Get a little image. Oh, Stewards! I forgot Stewards in here. Don't mind Steward. Yeah, these are the main characters here. Some concept art of them originally, and of course Steward. For those of you who don't know, this guy right here, he's gonna be like the more main character, you know, above all else. He's like the main character, but also kind of like the final villain in a sense. Very important to the story, for sure. Minecraft is dope. I love Minecraft. Make Minecraft mods of this stuff. That'd be the coolest thing in the world. It's not Fortnite. Never Fortnite. Steward's a chill guy. Steward's pretty cool. We were talking last stream. Steward's kind of gonna be like, we're thinking about making Steward like Panda Man from One Piece, where he just appears every now and then. Get the original piece of this so I can reference it as well. That's what I was trying to do there. What do you mean? Steward looks awesome. What do you mean goofy? He looks great. Steward looks fine. This guy here that I want to make sure looks good. Add Santa. Oh, add the Santa from the Discord server. I got you. Yeah, Santa actually joined my Discord server for the 7C. Like the real Santa Claus. He's in there. He's just chills in there every day. Pretty crazy. But we genuinely just have like Santa Claus. He's probably talking like as we speak. But yeah, I could probably add him to the seventh C. Probably be like a good fit. Santa Claus. Give him some like Christmas based abilities. Love how like unironically that just sounds cool. Like a Santa swordsman. Like a Santa who like carries around some like cool Christmas themed, maybe like a candy cane. Carries around a massive candy cane. I could imagine like a cool like Santa design. There probably is stuff like that out there. Oh. Yeah, an army of elves. There you go. Already done the line art for this? I don't know why I didn't do any texturing. Elves? Aren't elves supposed to be like 2 feet tall or something? They're like short, right? Isn't that the whole point of an elf? They're like short. I'm not talking Lord of the Rings elves. I'm talking like elves. Like Christmas elves, you know? Santa, bro, I'm telling you, no one ever talks about that movie. Klaus on Netflix, that movie is awesome. That is like genuinely one of my favorite animated movies. I love that. It was just such a good movie. Santa was awesome in that. Santa's kind of like a legend now. Dungeons and Dragons elves. I don't really know anything about those specifically, honestly. I was never really into D&D. I always wanted to, but I never had anyone that I knew who actually played. Where do you even go to get like started with something like D&D? Do you just I guess now you can go online, but if you want to do it in person, actually there's probably like groups and stuff out there. Oh, you actually like real life threw jello in someone's face because of D&D? That's like there's actual punishments involved. Kind of crazy. There we go. Add a little texture to the hair. Makes it look a lot better. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's pretty much done for that angle. So, I think I made both of these drawings slightly too large, which is actually really bad. Would have been fine if I did that before I did the line art, but I really don't like resizing line art. Messes with the pixels. I might have to. I gotta make those both a little bit smaller. Yeah, I think so. Oh, you threw Jello in someone's face in the game. What does that even mean? What is that? Does that have some sort of in-game effect? Oh shit, I've got Jello on me. My character can't move for 5 turns. I thought you actually got to like throw Jello at somebody. That would have been funny for D&D. One of the other references I made as well. Why is it so small? I don't get. Oh, I did that on a 1080p file. Only I did it on a 4K one. Yeah, like I just don't think this is gonna. Like it looks fine, but if you zoom in, it loses a lot of detail. Could just keep it smaller. Size it up slightly. That's not a bad idea. Leave it like that. All right, so I want to do a 45-degree angle, I think, and then probably maybe behind angle. Probably it. I didn't even 45. Here, my previous attempts at this is from a while back. This one's pretty rough. That's pretty bad. I don't think I really knew what I was trying to do for anything yet for them. That's for his character design at this point. I also really don't get what I was trying to do with everything. It just looks bad in general. This one I made before that, and it still actually looks slightly better background. But I think this one looks. Not that I would actually use it for the reference sheet, but 45 degrees or your 47th favorite angle. Nice. You got your nails done today, and your friends called you emo. You don't care though, you're not emo. What do those things correlate with each other? Is that. I don't think being emo has anything to do with getting your nails done, right? I don't know. I don't really know what you even do when you get your nails done, to be honest. Cut that shit with a nail clipper. 24.291 degrees. It's a solid angle. That's part of his ability, Voxy. That's why I wanted to include it in that piece of reference art, just as a little extra thing. Actually, maybe I'll do the coloring for these real quick. The shading might be the way to go. Actually, you know what I can include on here too is rather than it just being and I probably should have done this for Zim as well, rather than just being different angles, I can focus in a little bit on the jewelry that they have or what they're holding. I didn't even think of that. I was looking at other characters from other people last night, and that was definitely something that I want to include that I was seeing. Just more information about the characters, more reference information. Harry Potter with the fam, nice. I gotta rewatch the Harry Potter movies someday. Been a while. I only ever read the first two books as well. What rip off Spider-Man? That I'm confused what's being talked about in chat. Is it an actual spider or is it rip off Spider-Man? So it's just a massive spider. I like spiders, I'm not even gonna lie. I've always thought they were cool. I'm in the basement. The setup is in the basement of this house, and so like I'll just be chilling and pretty often, at least during like the summers and stuff, I'll just be working on something and I'll see like a little glisten in the front of my eyes, like right here, and I'll be like, God, it's literally just like a glisten of light. I'm like, what am I looking at here? Then I focus my eyes and I'm like, oh shit, the spider coming down, dropping down from the ceiling. And that would happen just like all the time. And then after a while, it went from, oh shit, that's a spider to, what's up, spiders? Like I'd just be like, became such a regular thing after a certain point. The Hobbit did not need to be 3 movies. No, sad that it was. Probably would have been pretty good as one singular movie. So annoying grabbing colors in Clip Studio sometimes, though. Probably a much more efficient way of doing it. That's something I've been trying to do recently, is just make everything that I do more efficient. That's in general, I'm trying to save as much time as possible when I'm working on this series. That's pretty much what I spend 100% of my free time doing anyway. So I'm just trying to save as much time as possible. And I think shortcuts, that's why I got a Stream Deck as well. I think shortcuts are going to be one of the things that helps with that. Color here. Oh, how did I forget that? I didn't. Wait, what? I don't even know how I managed to do that. Literally a character. Sad. And I regret not working on higher resolution file. I don't know why I'm not working on a file. 4K. Still image. I don't even know how I forgot to do that. You guys not realize this Nichols dude is trolling you? Seriously, not see that? He was a little legend. There we go. It actually looks better too. Gotta put a lot more care into how that looked, though, I think. I'm gonna regret not doing that. Alright, got those both colored in now. Hmm. Always so, like, whenever I color in drawing after line art, like, after coloring and before shading is always when my drawings, I feel like, look the worst. Or I'm always like, at this stage is where I'm most worried that it's not gonna, the final product won't look any good. Jet Valen. Yeah, I am drawing one of those characters from the 7th Sea. Yeah. I should make a prequel to the 7th season after I finish it called The 5th Sea. Nobody would want the 6th Sea. Huh. Blue Eye Samurai was just so good. Are they making a season 2 anytime soon? Is that gonna happen anytime soon? Cause that show came out a long time ago, right? Like that was I'm gonna look. I'm actually curious about 2026 at the earliest, and we'll consider 6 more episodes. Christ. It sucks because the release schedule for my show would be even worse. It's gonna be a lot of 1 episode at a time releases after this first episode comes out. For a little bit at least. Be 1 episode at a time. Good they're working on a season 2. Go look for one of my actual hand drawings. That might help a little. All right. One of the things that I want to do that's gonna be difficult is the one of the comments just made me think of the chats is at some point if I want this to get popular, so my goal is to get this to be as popular as I can right before the first episode releases. That way there's a ton of hype built up for it and people will get excited for the second episode hopefully if that one turns out. If the reception on that is good, then people will be excited for the second episode. And so I'm hoping that, how do I word this? That by that point, by the time that the first episode releases, the community that I've grown is a lot bigger. And so that's something that I've got to also, while I'm working on this first episode, have to simultaneously focus on. And so one of the things I want to do is make sure that I try to get more eyes on this from, completely different like areas of social media and YouTube and stuff. Going on Mango Fish. The trailer will come much later. That's going to be something that comes closer to release, but that'll be cool as well. I'm gonna decide what I want to do next. I just try to figure out a pose with this. Can't even think of a pose to do though. I did want to do a 45-degree angle. Along the line. That probably wouldn't be a bad angle to do. I can just do the head again. Yeah, I probably want to do that. First episode is probably going to be just about 20 minutes. Hoping to go for a little bit longer, maybe 25, but the issue is I'd like to have included a lot more within the first episode than what the screenplay ended up having in it. I wanted to just go further pretty much, rather than having to end the episode where I ended it, just be able to go a little bit longer, but because I have such limited resources, I wanted to end it as pretty much as soon as I could. Try to make the episode as short as I could with still telling the story that it needs to. I ended up having to leave a lot for the second episode, which kind of disappointing. I think it'll make the first episode, the quality of it better, because I'll have more time to work on each scene for that. I'm definitely tilting. I tilted him too far that way. Wanted something like that. Start. There will not be an anime opening. That's that's for sure. There won't be. Multiple reasons for that. Number one, because I don't think I'd be able to get something that's that good music quality for it. If I were to ever do anything opening wise, I would want it to be like really, really good. But also because there's just no point in it. I don't think it fits the tone of what I'm working on of the project. I think an opening would just make it worse. But there will be interesting credits. The credits will be cool. I'm really struggling here. Why am I struggling so bad on this line? Bumpy. Top. See you, Nichols. Just have the normal regular credits, and then have slow it down for like 20 minutes. Just have the whole episode be the credits. That would work. That'd be a good idea. Like every 20 seconds, you get another name that flashes on the screen. Written by. There is like a title card. That's what like I don't know if that's going to be in the first episode, the one that I show, but there is one that plays at the beginning of all my shorts. The little thing I made. That definitely will not be what ends up being the final episode. Even if it's similar to that, it'll be better. But I almost ended up keeping the original one, original. People were saying that one was better. Very glad I didn't do that. That one was not better at all. One was significantly worse. I forgot I can still do this and show. I also forgot it mutes me while I do that. No, that's been thought through. Everything's been thought through. It's just I have to choose specific things to work on at each time, and something like music is something that I don't have to focus on until much later down the line. And hopefully by then there are people who are interested in working on this, who want to work on this, who are also very skilled at creating what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? Pretty much all the help that I need for this is going to be volunteer work, people that just want to. And it's kind of just luck based whether or not I get people who are able to create what I'm looking for or not. I'll look a little better. Have to fix the actual face shape a little bit. I've seen Sakamoto Days. I have not, but I've heard of it very often. I don't get what the whole floating legs joke is, or the no legs joke. Floating Zim. They're just not shown in that specific, like one angle where he doesn't have legs, where it just gets cut off. In that one, everyone's like, saying they makes him not, makes him pretty much not have legs, even though he has legs in the image next to it. But then again, he also doesn't have legs. So, yeah, I don't see any legs here. Do you? Like, I don't. Where did this come from? But yeah, I'm not seeing any legs here. I do want to fix this though. Actually, I noticed this. There we go. And I don't know if whoever said that in the comments yesterday is here about the lighting, not doing dramatic lighting for my character sheets. Very, very, very easy to turn it off. And that's why I have both versions saved, and everyone will get both versions of them. Every animator will get the versions that have the lighting on and off. Oh, where the hell? There we go. Yeah, all the different versions will have a way to turn it off, or I'll be sending a version with the lighting on and off, so you'll be able to see them like this as well, where it doesn't have that dramatic lighting, and that way you're able to actually like see the character design a little bit better. But then at any time, I can just switch it on, and that also gives something, that gives an extra reference. So yeah, that'll be nice, useful. Oh yeah, it doesn't have elbows. Seems it looks like it. What you guys have all been saying. Don't think I'll be finishing this whole character sheet today, sadly. I think it'll take me until tomorrow as well. I'm gonna make today's video. That's what's bothering me. That's what's been bothering me. Damn. Not even that there is something wrong fundamentally with the drawing itself. This one right here, that the thing that I'm looking at are the eyes. Not even that the eyes are too big, although they are uneven. Are slightly uneven. The issue is that they're a little bit too open, wide. They want. That's what keeps bugging me. Can't even explain why I'm laughing either. I just can't explain why. He did. He did get to go. Give me 1 second. Oh, so that's where that. One moment. Interesting. So I'm looking at that's so funny. Oh my god, this dude actually thought he was anonymous. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. That's so funny. Someone I haven't talked to in years just came in my chat. Thought they were anonymous. Probably like half a year. That's so funny. How random. What was the point of that? You guys probably have no idea what the hell I'm talking about either. I probably sound insane. No. No. Something else with the Discord that was funny. I've had multiple people come in and screw with the Discord already, so I gotta make sure that I set up I already did. I set up better moderation, but probably actually get someone else to help with moderation at some point. No, not anyone from chat. It would be someone that I trust too. I'll be right back. Give me one more second. Sorry. Holy emoji. Oh my gosh. What's going on? It's just 3 at a time. All of them. What is the best emoji? That's my question. What should be the most, or like what's the most used one? Actually, I gotta see if there's like a whole story going on in the chat with these. Like a water soffit, and then I don't even know what. Thumbs up. Water soffit. Is that what that is? Or wait, is that, or is that like a wrench? I cannot tell what that thing is. No, rock is the best. Oh, it is a clamp. Gotcha. Think. I'm gonna do this 45-degree angle, or like, nah, it's not really 45. It's more of like a 30-degree. And then I think I'm also going to do a back angle. Keep this one with the staff, and then maybe do an image like actually specifically showing just the staff, or maybe some of the jewelry that he's wearing. It's what I should have done for Zim. One that shows his sword and one that shows his watch. Now I'm gonna have to do that on a separate character sheet. Cole, he just uses like a staff. And this image, it's like fading away, so you can't really like. It's got some magic looking stuff coming off of it, but I guess I don't have any full images. But yeah, it is just a staff. This is it, a little more close up and detailed. That'd actually be so cool. Emojis as the characters. If anyone wants to do that, that'd be dope. That'd be awesome. I'd love that. It is like so cold in my basement. I'm like just started shivering. I'm not even lying. I'm gonna warm up my coffee. It just suddenly got so cold and I like started shivering. I'm like afraid that it's gonna look super weird on camera. I just randomly started shivering. Actually, I think I'll do the shading on these two. Kind of don't want to do that right now, so I'm gonna instead do shading. Great way to go. Cole is your favorite, no question. Cole should become a ghost in season 5. You know what's funny? That's 100% where the name originated from. That was definitely where I first got the name from. 100% was from Ninjago. Can't even lie. 100%. Looking at something funny in the Discord real quick. People are typing the most random stuff in the Discord. If anyone wants to join, the link is in the about page of my YouTube channel, and it should be in the description of the stream as well. I'm trying to get like more activity going in the Discord. The only activity that currently goes on is unhinged stuff, so want some more, just activity going on. I mentioned it earlier, but there's someone just named Santa in the server. I'm 90% sure he's just straight up Santa Claus. Says nothing other than like Santa Claus related stuff. So maybe it actually is the real Santa. Romanus is old, bro. He just looks old too. Kind of looks like Santa. Not even gonna lie. Kind of reminds me of Santa. Probably one of my favorite characters as well that I've designed so far. Definitely one of the favorite characters I've written as well. Can't really say anything about his character itself in the actual episode, but very happy with how the writing was for him as well. Yeah, storyboard. I need to make I need to finish up first of all, finish up the storyboards for the entirety of the first episode, as well as doing the like detailed storyboards per each shot and scene. For each cut of animation. I'm doing like an overall storyboard that you would see for even a live action film. Then I'll be doing the more detailed, typical like animation storyboards a little bit later down the line. Stewart. Stewart was pulled out for a little bit for a short moment. Maybe I'll have to bring out Stewart before the end of the stream. Probably stop streaming, I'm thinking, after I finish the shading for this. I want to work on the video for today still. As well as now I'm thinking doing a little bit of storyboarding. Now I'm feeling like doing some more storyboarding. And that is something I cannot do on stream. Or at least would not like to do on stream. I don't really want to show any of the storyboards. I think that would be giving away way too much. I want the people who have looked at everything I've done to still have plenty of stuff to be surprised at when the actual first episode comes out. I definitely don't want to give anything like too much away, even in this documentation process that I'm doing. Good to see you, man. See you later. Yeah, Stewart only came out for like a quick moment. We'll have to bring him back out later. Don't worry, he'll return. I actually feel like I kind of have to put him in the first episode for at least like a second somewhere, like the corner of the screen in a shot or something. Yeah, I'll have to reference him at some point. It's like a background character for like a tiny little moment. What do you mean? Stewart's design is already completed. It's right over here. Have to bring it up real quick. Stewart's right there. He's chilling. He's fully designed. He's all done. He's all good. We pretty much shifted the script to center around Stewart as the main character entirely. The entire show is going to be about Stewart from now on. So, yeah, hype for that. Stewart doesn't need. Oh, he doesn't need clothing. That's what you guys think? Leave Steward clothless? I mean, I don't really think Steward's a person. I'm pretty sure he like ascends, what you'd be able to define as like a person. So I don't think he needs to follow like laws and shit, right? Also is set in its own universe, so it's not like there's American law. I don't know what I thought straight to American. I bet pretty much everywhere around the world has a law that makes you wear clothing for the most part. But one of the things I'm most excited to do with the series itself is actually go into some of what the characteristics of the world itself are. World building stuff. That is going to be some of the most fun. Very excited for that. Well, in all seriousness, for a moment, besides the steward stuff, I do want to be able to have like themes for each character as well, and for each specific moment. I want to have a lot of different tracks. I don't want to be reusing the same tracks throughout the episode. Hey, if you guys feel free for you guys to make a steward theme, There's nothing stopping any of you guys from making Steward's theme song. You guys think he deserves one so badly? I don't think we categorize Steward as an alien. I don't think. No, I think Steward surpasses like human comprehension. I would assume at least. Moderately. Slightly better. So it's based off of not just Greek mythology, but pretty much like every mythology you could think of. There's going to be elements from mythology, history, just like pretty much everything you can think of. There's a lot of concept art where I forgot to draw him with his earrings, so I don't blame you for not realizing that was probably my bad. I almost forgot to do it in the character sheet itself too, which would have been even worse. I just wonder how much of this stream is just complete silence. I always forget that whenever I'm not talking, you guys are just staring at screen of me drawing with nothing. I don't really know how to get music going without copyright. Probably play Minecraft music, but I think they're copywriting too now. Brutal out here on YouTube. No more free music from Minecraft. I use that in all my shorts, but I think that if you play copyrighted content within a live stream on YouTube, that your stream itself can get copyrighted. I don't know if that's true. It's been a very, very long time since I used to stream on YouTube. Rules are comes to copyright anymore, but I'd also like to be careful about that. Just in general, be very careful about copyright. I know the second your channel starts getting copyright issues, the recommendations for your video mess with as well, even though they say it cannot. No, it'll all be the first episode is gonna be released on YouTube, and then after that, I'm not really sure 100%. I will be going straight into working on the second episode, but I have no idea where that'll be released. I have a feeling, regardless of the level of success that I'm able to get with this project is probably going to remain very like unorthodox for probably a few years because it started with just me. I think it'll take a long time before I'd be able to even release it anywhere else other than YouTube. I have a feeling that's likely where the second episode will end up as well, but I kind of have no idea still. Literally what I meant with the eyes off still. Like they were just straight up different sizes. I don't know how I missed that before, or how I didn't fix that before. Now it's fixed. Well, that's one thing that I really I keep seeing all the time. Glitch Productions. Looked into that. I'm still a little confused on what it is. I really haven't done much research. I just looked up what it is, the channel, and then I clicked on it. I think I clicked off. I don't really know what it is, but I keep hearing it all the time. One of you guys has any idea? I know they do animation stuff. I know that's like the overall thing, but let me look it up real quick. People say they're like the oh, that's some interesting animation. Well, that's very different from what I'm doing as well. So what, do they have like a whole series going on? Is that what this is? A series of some sort? I've never heard of that. I'm looking at it right now, and I've never heard of this, The Amazing Digital Circus, which is odd because it has 368 million views. I'm a little surprised I've never heard of this before. When was this popular? Oh, this was recent. Oh, this isn't even that old. How have I not heard of this? Interesting. No, it looks like something that isn't my type of show either. I'll give it a shot, see what it is, but it definitely looks like something I wouldn't be very interested in either. But I'm just surprised if it's an indie animation that have no idea what it is since it's that popular. That's crazy. That is absolutely not what I am trying to do, by the way. Made it pretty clear that the one of the big things that I'm trying to achieve out of creating this is to kickstart a career in directing in general so that I can continue to make more stuff after the Seventh Sea. Even though this will be a very, very long project, I've got a lot of content ahead of me and a long time to or a long plan, I guess, for the show or outline for the show. But after that's done, I'd love to work on more stuff, and I think this will be creating this series will hopefully give me more opportunities to do that. It was too boring. Not even a lie, the first thing I thought of the second I looked on their channel just now has been Hotel. Gives me that vibes, which was something I was not I didn't like that very much. So I think that there's a point when you're creating media where you step too far from storytelling and step into just making stuff really for no reason. When it comes to Has Been Hotel, it's just like what was like what was the story they were trying to tell? Oh, it seems like a lot of the time stuff like that it's people get really invested in, even though it's more of like a comedy thing than an actual narrative in the first place. All right, good. Thank God it's not like that. Yeah, I was just. It gives me a very uncomfortable feeling to watch as well. There's also a certain line where you start to like when you get into that kind of territory where you start making shit like Has Been Hotel, just odd, you know? Yeah, edgy just to be edgy. That's the whole point of what they're doing. Just because they want to look edgy. Odd. Why would you want to? Or I just saw my All right, well, I'll give it a go. The digital circus thing. Is it actually interesting, or is it another one of those like, like is it actually made to be interesting? That's the odd thing. When I look at a project like Has Been Hotel, I really don't imagine that the final product was created because of passion. I don't know. That's just created a weird fan base, got a lot of attention by feeding that weird fan base directly what it wanted. One of you guys are saying that because I've always been like, with the people that I've talked to, I've always been the only one who goes, God, I hate Has Been Hotel. Everyone else has always been like, oh, that stuff's good. That's fun. I've always been the one that's not liked it, and it's nice to actually have people that have some confidence in this chat. I don't mean that as an insult to the people who like it. You can like whatever you want. I just mean that it's got some like super fans, crazy, crazy super. I'll be using what's it called, Blender for my backgrounds as well. That's going to be one of the things that I'll hopefully be saving a lot of time with, as well as just making them look nicer. That should be all right for this. That might be where I leave off today as well. Wait, what has flying ships and stuff in space? Wait, I thought you were talking about the Hazbin Hotel show. You talking about Digital Circus? Gotcha. Target audience for this probably gonna be people that are like around, uh, like anyone who's yes. Like for me, I've always, even when I was growing up, I've never been like I was never hidden from like violence in shows and movies and stuff. My parents never tried to like censor that stuff for me. It was mostly just uh like actual like NSFW type stuff where it's like stuff you actually couldn't show, like YouTube stuff like that. But this will have like some of the like just like basic level of violence and stuff. It won't be anything too crazy. There won't be anything like super bad. So I think you could honestly show this to pretty much people of kids of all ages. It's just that there's gonna be a lot of, there's gonna be some occasional swearing, but have people, show people with like kids stuff with swearing all the time anyway. So it's like I would imagine like probably a 16 plus range, but I think I'm very bad at giving like ratings. Like I was watching stuff like this when I was like 6, so I don't know. I just don't know what's like typical. Yeah, I guess, yeah. Could always do another one of these. In another start working on. Probably gonna do today's short about this character. She did start a little bit of the beginnings, Percy's as well. Show that. Ooh, that actually helped. I gotta watch Solo Leveling today still as well. God, I can't wait for that. That's gonna be great. What else do I got going on? I still haven't even read One Piece from like Thursday. That's wild. I think that's the longest I've ever went without reading a One Piece chapter. I've just been trying to finish these Zim's character sheet especially, but also this one. Grinding. I think I'm gonna end stream anyway. It's getting to be about that time. Thank you guys all for coming and joining those. Awesome to I think I'll be doing these streams like probably like once or twice a week. It's awesome to talk to you guys. Actually working on something. Get your opinions on stuff as well. Yeah, I guess if I'm ending the stream, I really just do need to bring out bring out my boy. Obviously, he goes in the front of the screen, of course. 355 for you. Gee. I was confused, the bird, as to what you were talking about. That's what I was saying. Yeah. Alrighty. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.